Est-ce que tu t'amuses?
Oui,
c'est beau, hein?
C'est un très beau, belle venue.
Super.
D'exposants, de qualité.
Oui.
Je vous encourage à venir l'an prochain. Vous avez manqué quelque chose cette année si vous n'êtes pas venu. Salut.
Salut.
Marcia, you and Maurice Lacroix, this is the first time that you've participated in one of the timepiece shows. So why did you decide to come and how has it been so far?
Well, it's been excellent. I'm really impressed by the attendance of, I think we've had upstairs over 4,000 people come through. So just wonderful attendance, and also the final customers very knowledgeable about timepieces, and they ask questions. So it's been really a privilege actually to show these final customers even our masterpieces and talk about the movements. And why did we come to Canada? Because Maurice Lacroix, it's time we need to enter the Canadian market. We have one dealer in Vancouver and we need to expand, and we've been having a lot of requests from the Canadian market. It's called the Iconic. It means IC means innovative craftsmanship. It's new materials for Maurice Lacroix. Ceramic bezel, carbon dial, ceramic crown, stainless steel case, or titanium case. And so a 43 diameter. So a new family extension to the Icon.
First off, I just want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. This has really been a realization of a dream. About a year ago, when I was first getting this facility and I came and actually toured this stage, I was actually standing right here, looking out at the empty audience, and I was like, this would be a fantastic venue for something incredible, like the Timepiece World Awards. So we've been able to put something together, very excited this year. I wanted to first say thank you to a few different folks, and I will keep the speech short. First off, I want to thank both the committee and the jury members. We've had a really amazing group of committee members from around the world. We really took a lot of time and effort to make sure people were from different geographic areas, had amazingly different backgrounds, but the key thing was that they were all very involved within the industry of horology on a global basis. So we were so excited when people have agreed to sign on. Many of them are here tonight, some could not travel, but I would just want to say a sincere thank you to everyone who's been involved with that. I think it's just been an amazing experience for me, and I consider each and every one of these individuals amazing people and a friend, and I just really appreciate the support for everybody. So please give a round of applause for all the committee members. So I want to thank everyone again, and thank each and every one of you for giving your time today to come out and really enjoy this award. So good luck to all the contestants.
I'm just so honored to accept this on behalf of everyone at Christopher Ward.
Amazing experience to be here tonight, and we'll be here again next year, hopefully, and hopefully we'll get more awards. But this is not the important. The important is as well, because we keep pushing to be as original as possible, and that is the biggest prize. When the public recognizes what we are doing, it's the best prize.
It is my absolute pleasure to introduce tonight's host, someone who needs no introduction. His quick wit, sharp humor, and brilliant timing have made him a favorite on stages and screens around the world. He's truly a Canadian icon, a Canadian legend, a master of improvisation.
I'm very honored to be a part of these amazing Timepiece World Awards.
We're with José Miranda from Isotope Watches. Last night, you were one of the big award winners. In fact, not just one award last night, but two. It was like the bookends, the first one in the show and the last one in the show. So the best way to start, the best way to finish.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what it felt like to actually walk away with those.
I was not expecting. I confess, we don't design, we don't produce them to win awards. So it was a huge surprise. I was really embarrassed, and I'm still I'm still not in me after the winning, and but nothing changes for us. We will keep on being humble and showing wherever we can our designs and making the designs for everyone, not only for us.
What it means to you to win that award.
Yeah, it's a great, obviously it's always very nice to be recognized, especially among brands. There's a lot of talented people, there's a lot of great watches. So to be recognized in a situation like that is always nice. And obviously our brand has been around a very long time, been doing this a bit. The watch itself, that we won for the Great Barrier Reef, not just a great watch, but also a great cause. And
Trey, first of all, congratulations on last night's award.
Thank you. Yeah, we're honored.
Yeah, that's wonderful. It's a nice way to end the show for you guys.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
I'm looking over here at a crowd of people, and it's always like this for Christopher Ward. And of course, you picked up the People's Choice Award, and one can see maybe why that is.
Yeah.
Tell me what it means to Christopher Ward. Tell me what it means for you.
It's an honor. I mean, personally, what it means for me is it shows the essence of who we are as a brand. We make watches for people. The whole mission of who we are is to make them accessible to anybody within reach. And that's the stories that we're hearing all day today. What it means as a brand, it really shows that what we're doing matters. So having the ability for people to come in, to vote for us and give us the opportunity, it's a huge honor just to say thank you. The whole goal is just to keep making watches to anybody accessible within reach, but to make them really the best they can. So we're grateful. It's an honor also to share that award with Isotope and our friends here at the convention and the Toronto Timepiece Awards. I mean, we couldn't be more honored.
Jackie, last night was an amazing night for Doxa.
Yes.
You guys walked away with quite an award. What does that mean for Doxa?
No, it's just such an honor and privilege. When I got here and I got to see all the other finalists in the GMT category, I honestly got a bit nervous. I was like, oh my God, there's some really amazing timepieces, interesting dials. And I didn't know if just the classicness and the nostalgia of Doxa could stand up to that.
Mhm.
So I feel really, really honored that the jury saw something within the Doxa GMT. It's our first time doing a GMT in 20 years. And it's the first time that's part of our core collection in 136 years of Doxa. So it's a really cool moment. And I just felt so honored that those people thought so highly of Doxa and my watch.
Well, you mentioned something in your acceptance speech that I thought was particularly interesting, and that was about the resurgence of the brand.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, is that Doxa actually means glory in Greek. And I feel like in these last few years, we're really kind of rising back to our glory days where we were kind of at in the early 1900s or even in the 60s with Jacques Cousteau. And it's so much fun to see the enthusiasm at these sorts of events and see the watch taking life again.
Last night, you guys won the Tool Watch Award.
Thank you
Now,
very
if
much.
there's an award someone might associate with Marathon, it's got to be Tool Watch, but of course, none of those things are predetermined. There was a lot of great competition. How do you guys feel about that award?
We're really honored to be awarded that award for this watch because this watch was a tribute to Canada, our new Canadian flag, which was developed in 1965, and it's a great watch, and I'm glad my team was honored because really it's my team. We worked so hard all together. Even if you look at the Adnac, the A, the flat A, that's the Adnac from 1970s. So we brought it back, and we're very delighted and honored to be at this show.
For a Canadian brand, and it was actually a Canadian awards show. And
With a Canadian watch.
With a Canadian watch. And while it has no bearing on the judging, it just makes it all the more special that Canada is in the mix for things like that. You not think?
True.
Yeah.
True. You're right.
Yeah. Now, you brought the whole team up with you, and you called them something more than a team. You used a different word. What did you call your
family?
The family. Yes.
Well, you know what? We're like family. We're with each other every day. If you don't like the people you work with every day, get another job. But we actually like each other.
So
Yes.
congratulations
Thank
first on that
you.
award. What does it mean for Studio Underdog to pick that up?
It's actually the first real award that we received, so we were very, very excited and surprised among so many different brands. Like the atmosphere yesterday was amazing, and of course it's an important award because we did a collaboration with Fierce. It's another British brand, so we're very, very close to them, and it's been like amazing. It's the foundation of a relationship, of a friendship, mostly for us. It's been a lovely year. We launched the product back in March. We had so much success worldwide, even though we launched it in London at the Best of British Watchmakers Week. And so, yeah, it's especially like we're very proud. It's a project that made us proud, and being recognized here in Toronto for something that we created in London is special.
Well, you certainly have a hardcore cult following amongst watch enthusiasts, so this award was very well deserved. Congratulations
Thank
again.
you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Lilian, we had coffee the other day, and during that coffee, we talked a lot about craftsmanship. We talked about artisanal watches. We talked about the Sonmai process. But we didn't know yet what was going to happen last night. How do you feel about winning in that category in particular?
I mean, that makes me very proud because it's such a big work. And, when you're creating something new, you need people to take time to understand the process, to understand the value proposition, to understand what's different. So yesterday, winning this award is something very meaningful to me. And I'm pretty sure that all the artisans will be very, very proud too.
That was my favorite part about your speech. When you stopped and you said, I need to thank the artisans who are putting up with my demands.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we don't understand necessarily, unless on the Deconnaisseur, that process is something that was done on a much larger scale. On furniture, you had to take it down to 3 centimeters,
Absolutely.
and that's the true craftsmanship.
Absolutely, it was a long process. It took us more than 2 years to be able to bring this technique, which has never been used in the watch industry, into like a very tiny piece of brass. So the funny thing is that people that never know about the technique, so we always have to learn them. So this is why it's a long process, but they understand the value, they understand the complexity, and 100% of them are really amazed by the work that is made.
Lee, congratulations on last night's big win. Were you expecting that?
No, it was an absolute surprise and a really big honor. So thank you.
Yeah, you've been part of the Toronto Timepiece Show and the Vancouver Timepiece Show since its very inception. You guys are back here again this year. And you've also, of course, had this big win. Was that the highlight so far, do you think?
I think so. I mean, we always enjoy being here in Canada. I'm so happy that the show is continuing and growing. Like, the venue is insane.
Yeah.
So we love it.
You're actually the designer. What does it feel like to have one of your designs walk away with something that is adjudicated by a jury of some very important people in the watch world?
Yeah, it is. It's a very, very high honor to receive that mark from especially the jury. But also we get that validation when collectors come up and say, I want to buy this. I want to have this in my collection.
But to be surrounded by people who are so passionate and something that I've given my life to, this craft, is, I can't put into words how important it is to every once in a while get that feeling of being surrounded by people with a shared.
The term design language to me is very important because it's what gives shape to what originally is an idea. You have an idea, you dream about something, and then you want to give it a tangible form, a shape, in order to share it with like-minded people or with people who would instantly, ideally understand the vision behind the object and what you were trying to do.
We live in a disposable society, and we, machines make everything for us and they make our lives a lot easier, but we lose that connection to the artist and we lose that connection to history. We're doing this, and you try to find ways to overcome these challenges so you can keep these crafts alive.
Brent Robillard from the Calibrated Wrist. I have three wonderful and illustrious guests with me here this afternoon. We have Alexandre Beauregard from Alexandre Beauregard Watches, and we have Charles Tremblay from Charles Simon, Montreal, and we have Bradley Taylor from Bradley Taylor Watches.
I think the first thing we bring is some kind of freshness. So in Switzerland, we're extremely well received. You know, we're not complicated people, from most of us, and that makes a huge difference. So we have access to a lot of people, and they're always willing to help. And I think we come with original ideas. And most of Swiss watchmaking is from outside Switzerland, in terms of design, in terms of idea. If you list all your favorite brand and you look at the CEOs or the designers, they're from all over the world. And I think that's what makes the Swiss watchmaking so alive in terms of design and variety. So I think Canadian brings something different to it also, our own take on watchmaking.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Grey NATO, a loose discussion of travel, adventure, diving, driving, gear, and most certainly watches.
Today's talk is going to be design and time. How does timepiece brand design language influence success?
Well, thank you. No, really, it's been a pleasure. It's been, I love not stopping. We haven't had lunch, no water, no coffee. It's just been fabulous. So I love that kind of show. So
thank you so
compliments to all of you, compliments to Jason. And I can't wait for Montreal, Vancouver. And I think there's one more place he's going.
No, we can't. That's a secret.
Okay, that's a secret. Okay. Okay, no, but it was lovely. It was fantastic.
Thank you
so much. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay.